You are about to experience an awesome Facebook ads tutorial showing you how I'm getting post engagements really cheap for just 1 cent each and even less than 1 cent on some of my ad sets. I'm going to show you also exactly how I'm getting really low cost website clicks straight over to my website. This is part of my Facebook ads and marketing for 1 cent likes and 10x profits best-selling Udemy course. I'm grateful you've spent the time here with me, and if you go to my website at jerrybanfield.com/Udemy, you can get an awesome promo code and get into this course right now. You can also check in the description and see for the promo code without even leaving this. So take a look, go to my YouTube channel, subscribe to my channel, and you will consistently get these new awesome free video tutorials I share with you there. Thank you for watching this, and I'm looking forward to sharing this complete hands-on tutorial from you. If you look in the course here, you're getting for free these 2 entire sections, over an hour of 1080p HD video sharing how to do boosted post ads for free offers maximizing engagement, clicks, and conversions, and boosted posts for a paid offer with Ad Manager and Power Editor clicks to website. Are you ready? Let's get started. Here's how I create offers for free to my website and my Udemy courses. These are set up specifically to convert people in countries that are not likely to spend much money with me, but who can give me very valuable actions like web traffic and Udemy student enrollment. So this is one post I'm doing to promote all of my courses together with somewhat of a shotgun approach about it. The thing is, I don't know exactly which will work the best beforehand, but I do know a few things I want. One thing I want is to get more shares up on my website right here. So the shares come up whenever you share the first URL, and then it comes up like this in Facebook. Whatever the other URLs are in this don't count. So what I want is what I have on my Udemy course page. You can see there's 26K shares there. So that looks really good when people come by. I want my homepage to have that too. So I've set up this to push that objective and send people to my website, and also give people the option to take the Udemy courses directly. What I want is a post that gets the most clicks on it possible. And specifically, I'd love it if one person clicked every single link on this post. So what Facebook will do is optimize this to find people who will click like crazy on this post. And that's what I want to do, is reach the one person that will enroll in every single course, and reach the one person who will share this with their entire audience and share it on other websites. So this is set up to do exactly that. Get people to my website and get people enrolled in my Udemy courses for free. And I'll show you the anatomy of this post now. It starts with just the free course coupons, and then it includes direct shortened links to my actual course enrollment. So if you click here, and I'll open it in the incognito window so it doesn't come in my instructor window, you can see it takes you straight to a free code to one of my courses. Now these will only be shown in countries where they're not likely to be able to afford to pay. And that gives me the most benefit because I can see how cheap I can get students there. What I want to be able to establish is how much can I spend on Facebook in return for how many students I get in my courses. There's a gigantic free audience of students that will help my courses succeed on Udemy, but ultimately are not going to be willing to pay for them. So I'm setting this ad up to reach them. So this is a free offer. You can make any kind of similar free offer, and you can target it in whatever country you want to. So you could put your website here, and you could put paid offers right after this in here if you felt like it. So this is just my format I'm using, but this is a good format in the sense that it includes all of the things an influencer who would likely go crazy with all of these codes would need to get really enthusiastic about it. Now, it often is best to just promote one specific offer at a time. The thing is, I don't know exactly which offer is going to work the best, and I've set this up to get a guaranteed positive result in shares on my website, so that whenever someone comes to my website, they'll see a huge number of shares on here, first impression, and then they'll notice, wow, that's really good. So I've set this up to get a guaranteed good result, and then to help me see which of these courses get the most enrollment out of this post. They've all got unique coupon codes. So when you click here, you can see it has a unique coupon code right here. And that way I can track this specific coupon code is just from my Facebook page ad. So then what I can see is what are ads converting the best on. So if you have multiple free offers, you can set up your posts the same way to do this. Alternatively, you can just set up one individual free offer on the post and then not put any of the additional links in. So that's an option too. But this is how I like to take the first step and create a post. So I'll show you then in the next lecture how I do this when I set it up for a paid offer only. So here's how you use the new boosted post functionality as of January 5th, 2015. So I just created a post for a free offer, and what I'm doing then, I want to boost this post. Now I don't want it to go out to people on my page. I just want it to go out to people I choose through targeting. So Facebook's already got a pretty good idea of who I like to target. So what I'm actually going to do is just switch the age up a little bit and leave the targeting options Facebook put in here for me. And I will add social media marketing in there too. So I've got that in there. And I can use a conversion tracking pixel on my home page just to track how many actual website visits I get. It's not strictly necessary, but I can use that just to find out what I get out of it. So what I'm doing now, I'm putting a pretty small budget on this. I just want to see that this post gets approved, because then I'm going to make more out of this post. So here's the post on the desktop news feed, and I'm going to try just doing the desktop news feed to start, but the promoted post on this option does not allow that. So again, for $20, it's not a big deal. I can accept it going in the mobile news feed also. And there's no option on the new boosted post to choose where exactly it goes. So what I'll do right here is just leave this all set up, and then I hit boost. Now I'm not planning to do most of the promotion for this through a boosted post, but all I want to do right now is make sure this gets approved. So it'll take less than 15 minutes, and it's all set up. And now it has a conversion tracking pixel. It has everything ready to go. And then I just hit OK. And what I want to do is not create any more ads with this post until I make sure it gets approved. Because if this post doesn't get approved, I sure as heck don't want to spend a whole much more time and effort making sure this post gets ads for it. So if you take a look at this, it's in review now. So what I do is then I go on and I make another post right now while I'm waiting for this to review. It has to go through an automated review process. There's no human that takes a look at this. What Facebook does, Facebook will bring a human in if there's a problem, but everything's automated. So Facebook just looks through this ad with an automated program. And when Facebook looks through it, then it decides if this ad can run or not. So all I need to do is see if it makes it through that, which usually it will, but sometimes there's random disapprovals. It's nothing personal. So I wait for this to go through, and then when it's done going through, what I'll do is go click create a similar ad like this, and then that's where I do my real work. I do my real work creating similar ads. Because just this ad itself does not offer that great of options. in terms of effectively getting post engagements and the maximum number of clicks. So all I want to do is use this ad I made to see, will this post get approved? And then I will make additional ads on this exact post. And I'll use the Power Editor too. So you can see now it just got approved right there. So now I can click Create Similar Ad. And now I have more options for what to do with that ad. So I can go for page post engagement, and I can change the ad set and create another ad set so that then I can choose more targeting options, and I can do things like people not connected to Bandwork. And then I can do things like this that will do clicks. Because I don't want post engagement as the primary objective. I want clicks. Because I don't care if someone necessarily likes the post. What I want to do is find out more than that. So now on this, I also go in and add English in. And I want to narrow this one down a little bit. I want to just do search social media marketing on this because that's a lot smaller category. And now I want to try a couple of additional countries on this too, and take out the ones it suggested. So you can see what I did was an approach of minimal friction before. I tried just to get the most simple, fastest post up with least resistance. So now what I do is go in and put more of exactly what I want. I put the countries I want in, and these countries are cheap, and I know there's a significant student population in all of them also. So now I've got that set up, and what I want to do is just make sure I have the ad set up so that it's named appropriately. So now I go social media marketing on this ad set name, and it's just set up by clicks because the clicks objective tends to get the best outstanding performing campaigns. So the engagement tends to consistently work good for 1 or 2 cent post engagement, and sometimes it'll go lower. But the clicks one tends to get the really exceptional, like 3 to 1 clicks for every 1 cent spent. So that tends to be the best. So that's what I'm going to do. So I place this order, and now I can create similar ad again. And what I want to try now is to take off the mobile news feed and try a desktop only on here. But the problem is Facebook actually does not allow me in this existing ad set to do that. So what I have to do is create a new ad set. And then I can go down here and remove the mobile news feed and see exactly what's happening in the desktop news feed. And I have to put my conversion tracking pixel back on here because Facebook took that off. So then I'll go desktop only on this one. And you can see the audience goes down when I put desktop only because a lot of people in these countries access through mobile phones. So now I've got this just desktop only, and now I go place order again. I'll go back to the actual campaign here. So these are in review now too. So again, this is a slow, patient process. I want to make sure that these also get approved too before I go through and do too much more work with them. So I just wait to make sure these posts get approved, and then I can try more targeting categories, I can try more options, because what I ultimately want is to figure out exactly which of these post ad sets will get the very lowest post engagement, and especially will drive clicks to my website, will drive actual student enrollment. So that's what I'm setting up here, and I'm setting it up with the understanding I don't know exactly what will go the best here. So I paused most of my existing campaigns except for my ongoing 1 cent page likes campaign. But you'll see in my previous campaign I did this quite successfully. So this is what I did. I made 15 different campaigns a correction, I made 15 different ad sets. It's now called ad sets. If you've done Facebook ads for a long time, there used to only be campaigns, but these are now ad sets within a campaign. And then I ran mostly these 3 ad sets. You can see how low cost the engagements were. 7,200 for $31, 5,000 and 3,500. I was able to test that out because I ran a bunch of different ad sets down here. And in this new campaign I've made, I'm going to do even more of that and really see which one does the best. So again, now I've got that option open because both of these ads are active. So now it's time to try even more different options. So now I go through here and create a new ad set. Since I know that last one's active, the conversion tracking pixel's still on. So what I want to do now is try some different categories. And I want to try all kinds of different options, and I want to base it on what worked before. So I go open my other campaign up. I go back to here, my last engagement campaign that worked good, and now I see the technology tab actually worked the best on this one. So I will do the technology tab as the targeting because that proved to work the best. So I go down here and just hit technology. 42 million people. Yes, that's a lot of people to target. Now I can see in here more of the settings. Bangladesh, Indonesia, India, Nepal, Philippines, and Pakistan. So I also add the Philippines in there. So I've got that now. 56 million people. That's a nice big audience. And it's just technology generally. So I do a $5 campaign on that. And then I do technology, desktop only. And that looks good. So then I hit place order. And now it's time to start targeting some more areas. So I change ad set again. Go up here, create new ad set. This time I want to try Udemy. Because after all, I'm giving away Udemy courses. There, 360,000. So then I go down here and change the ad set name to Udemy desktop only. And I'm going to want to try some mobile campaigns too, to see exactly what works the best. So on Udemy, I'm going to create a mobile only. So I go down here and add the mobile newsfeed back in. And I'm going to turn off desktop newsfeed and see which of these works the best. So now this is Udemy mobile only. Because there's no surefire way to tell exactly what's going to work beforehand, but this strategy, no matter what you're doing, will show you what works. Now, I have to accept I'm going to lose a little bit on choosing things that are wrong, but it's worth it to get something like this that gets those ridiculously low-cost post engagements. So I've got that set up here. So now I'm going to try some ads with no mobile preferences at all, but I'm going to allow Facebook to try and control for that. So I'm going to turn everything on. And the right column ads don't look that good, but I can still get clicks to my website on there. So I'm actually not going to do right-hand column because you can see that doesn't seem like it's useful. And now I want to try some additional interests. I want to try internet marketing. And so there's only 58,000 people in there, so I can try online marketing. And it looks like what Facebook's doing is calling it digital marketing. So I'll have to go down in here. And I can actually just try marketing generally. So I've done that. So now I just call this marketing. Place order. And what I can do in the reports is see exactly which scenario is coming out. So if I notice mobile or desktops definitely working the best, then I can go modify the existing campaigns or create new ones to set that up so it works just perfectly. So now I've got marketing in here. Now I'm going to try business generally. create similar, and I go back here to make sure, all right, this is very close to the original of what worked the best. So that's helps me to get started a lot easier, is to tell exactly what worked the best from last time and just use that again. So this time I'm going to do advertising and make it this a new ad set. Place order. And I'm okay with getting more post engagement to start because I want people to get the social proof up on that post to begin with. But as the post goes forward, I'm more likely to just want link clicks on my desktop. And so the objective's page post engagement, and it just is set up for clicks. But what I can actually do then is set up a page post ad for website clicks. So I will do that soon. But to begin, I want to find which targeting categories work the best also. So I've tried some that worked before. And what I'll do now is go back here and see which of these worked the best. Social media marketing and Udemy worked the best. So I've already got those targeted, but I didn't actually target those countries on the exact same targeting set. So I'm going to do another one on social media marketing. Call that social media marketing 2. I'll place order on that one. And now I've got enough individual ad sets up on this campaign to get a good solution for finding post engagements. And you can see all of these existing posts are approved. So that gives me the confidence that I can continue to create more posts using that as an ad. Now all I have to do is sit back and wait and see which one of these actually get the most post engagements. So what I'm going to do next is show how to set these up for website clicks also. So I'm going to make a new campaign for that, and I'll do that in another lecture. I appreciate you watching this lecture, and I hope this has been helpful for creating ads showing you how to get post engagement and set your ad sets up in a way that allows you to find which actually works the best, so that you can just pause the ones that don't work and let the ones that do work go indefinitely. I just finished creating ads for this post using post engagement ads. So what I want to do is expand on this and make ads for website clicks. Because post engagement is great, it has a lot of uses, especially on my website. When I get post engagement, I've been looking for this on the homepage. I will get all of my shares up on the homepage. So this is individual page-wise. So now if you look on this page, I have 26K shares here, and that's the kind of first impression I want to make when people visit my website. So post engagement's helpful for that. But what I want to do are expand on these ad sets and make a new campaign where the actual objective is to get website clicks. So if you see in here, these are the last page ads I did for post engagement. And these are for an objective of post engagement. What I want is to make a new campaign for website clicks as the primary engagement. Because ultimately, I made this post here to get people to my website and to get them enrolling in my Udemy courses. So whether I actually click like or not, I don't care about that objective as much. So what I want to do, I hit back, and then I click send people to my website, and I actually could click increase conversions on my website because I have a home page conversion tracking pixel set up. But the problem is, if I try and do this using the ads manager, I can't do it that way. So if you see, I have to put a new URL and make a new post in here, and I don't want to do that. So it's very easy to create these page post ads and optimize for clicks in the ads manager. But when you want to actually make good website conversion ads, then you end up having to go into the Power Editor to do that. So I'm going to reset the Power Editor. And this is January 5th, 2015. So this is the interface as of that date. So I'm going to find my ad account, which I memorized the first 3 of. and then I download campaigns within the past week because I only need my newest campaigns. So Facebook will download the Power Editor fastest this way. You can see I reset it real quick to clear out any of the junk in it. I want a quick, fast experience. So now I have this new campaign in here. And you can see it's active. So what I need is a new campaign. So I click Create Campaign. And I can do ads for just clicks to website. And that might be good on this one because I have so many different URLs actually in it. But since the very first link is website conversions, more than likely if someone's going to enroll in my Udemy course, they might click to my website also. So I'd like to see how this works for website conversions, but I'm going to start with clicks to website because ultimately there's a lot of different scenarios where I can get clicks on this post. So I'm just going to do clicks to start on this first campaign and see how the results come out. So this, I will go back and name it in line with my other campaign. So free Udemy course coupons, clicks to website. Create. And then what I will do is see how this comes out compared to how the other campaign comes out. I will try one with conversions also. So I will go to this campaign now, and I want to now make a new ad set. So I'm in this campaign, I click Create Ad Set, and I use existing campaign, and I call this then Social Media Marketing for the first ad set. And now I switch it to $5 a day. And I'm just doing the targeting right now, so you can see this ad set targeting is not what I want. So I'll have to go in here and put my countries in individually. This is trying to go out to get the most people enrolled in my courses. So I want the most people to enroll in my courses. I want the absolute cheapest clicks. I want to continue to promote myself in countries where the ad costs are really low. So that's what I want to accomplish out of this, because these students, if you're from India and Pakistan, I'm guessing you're not wanting to pay for online courses, and I have no problem with that. It's a huge opportunity for me because most advertisers are not trying to share content with people from India, Pakistan, Indonesia, etc. So I can be one of the only advertisers over here in this area, and that gives me a huge advantage. And it comes through a lot of indirect results. So things like a ton of people visiting my website, then I get higher in Google search, I get more social traffic, it all just builds together. So that's why I'm doing it this way, but I will also go through and do this for paid offers. So I've got 6 countries here. I've got social media marketing. So I've got the targeting all set up. And I can leave partner mobile apps in to start just to see how this works. And then I want to get the most website clicks at the best price. And so that's what I'll do. And now I need to set up an ad that uses this ad set. So now I click ads, I create ad, and I use existing, and then I put for the ad. And now I go in here, I scroll down and pick my page out, and now I use existing post, and I pick that last post, and now this post is set up to use this objective. And note how this comes out in the right hand column. And there's no social proof on the partner apps. The problem is this does not give a very good idea of anything I'm trying to do. So I can go up and fix that in the ad set and just put it on desktop newsfeed and mobile newsfeed. And I can use an existing pixel too. I can click on my home page. So I've got the pixel on, but it's ultimately optimized for clicks to website. So here's the cool thing. I haven't told it exactly what website I want the clicks to go to. So with just using this post, it will try and send people to jerrybanfield.com. But if people click on any of these other links, that will still work too. So that's the advantage. If I'm just using conversions, Udemy does not currently allow a Facebook ads tracking conversion pixel to be placed straight in the course success page. I'm guessing they will add that eventually. And if I had that, then I'd want to do conversions first. But right now I want clicks to website because what I want to do is see how many people actually click on all of these links especially, and not just my website, but who will click on any of these links. So this setup should allow me to get clicks on any link, and Facebook will optimize for that instead of just getting clicks to one page. So if you have a lot of different links on your website or different pages, courses, etc., free offers you want to send people to, this can be really good for getting those kind of results. So now I've created the ad. Now I go back up to ad set and I want to remove these partner mobile apps and desktop right hand column. The ad value I'm communicating is not there at all when that post ad's showing up. So I've removed those, and you can see now that's how the ad looks in the mobile news feed, and I'll make it a little bigger here. Then what's cool about it in the mobile news feed is it has all the social proof on it, which right now there's not a lot. But you can see that last ad set I did from before got a ton of social proof for a low cost. It got over 26,000 likes on it, and you can see I spent a total of $215 on it. So I actually got post likes for less than 1 cent each. So now I'm expecting the same kind of results from this new campaign. So I set this first ad up, and then I upload it now that it's done. And what I want to do again is make sure it gets approved before I put a bunch more of my time and effort into trying to copy and make different targeting groups. So now I have to go back out here to all campaigns, and you will see I have a new campaign now in review. And then I'll have to wait a couple of minutes for Facebook to then go through and approve this one. The idea being I want to see if I can get the engagements or the website clicks for cheaper. I usually can get the website clicks for cheaper because I don't really care as much about the post engagements. They're helpful, but at the same time, the website clicks are what I really want. And if I can get a ton of clicks on the ad, then that's an ideal way to do it. And so I'll actually try some different optimization in here also. I'll optimize for clicks. So this post already has a bunch of ad sets that are optimized for clicks. So I don't as much need to try that immediately on the website clicks. I want to ultimately see if I can get my website clicks to come through correctly first before I try and taking it and just optimizing by clicks. If I optimize for clicks, then I'm going to get a lot more post engagements. So in this clicks to website, I optimize for website clicks, but in this, I optimize for post engagements. So I will refresh this, and here, now it's loaded. Now this is active. So this tells me, okay, Facebook's good with that one. Now go in and you can make another couple of ad sets and try different targeting. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm going to copy this, put it in the same campaign. And now I can also do this faster. I'll Control C and then Control V. So I'm just pasting these with Control V right now. I go up here to this first one, and all I want to change are the audience. So I take out social media marketing, and this one's going to be a technology generally. So my window won't go all the way down there. So there, I put technology generally on this one. 120 million people, quite the audience. And now I rename this ad set to technology. So this ad set, I then go in and fix again. I try some new targeting on here. I can go digital marketing. Is that the big category, Facebook? Yes, digital marketing is the bigger category here. They don't have a lot on internet marketing anymore or online marketing. It's all digital marketing. So I've got digital marketing. And now I will go in and edit this one. On this one, I will try all the business and industry category. Again, big categories. Big categories tend to be cheap. And Facebook tends to have a hard time getting good competition on an entire broad category. Whereas on some of the niche audiences, Facebook has really stiff competition. So that's why I kind of shoot all over the board for it. So now I'll try marketing. And then I want to try some out-of-the-box ones too. So on these, I'll go through and just do something else pretty straightforward. I want a technology. And I'll just do computers. And I want to do Udemy also. So what I've done on here is I've created several more. And now what I can do is I can copy all of these and paste all of them at once. So once you get into the Power Editor, things move a lot faster. So now I will do some more niche targeting. I will do Udemy. And now on here, I want to try some more related. So I'll try Google on this one broadly. And now I want to do an entrepreneurship one. $10 million, nice big audience for that. And a couple more. Here's a good one to try. Can do some search engine optimization. And then I can try one more. I want to do freelancer. Again, it doesn't matter if hardly any of these work. All I need are a few of them to actually work. So I've got all these set up, and now I upload all these at once. So you might be looking at it if yourself like, oh my God, I can't spend $100 a day on Facebook ads. Well, I'm not planning to spend $100 a day on Facebook ads either. I'm just looking for a couple of $5 to $10 a day campaigns that work really well, and then I run those indefinitely. And again, on the results here, as I say this frequently, see, when it first came in, it had 3 engagements for 9 cents, and that looks scary. But now this looks better, 72 engagements for 33 cents. And you'll see in the advertising one, I've got 7 engagements for 0 actually spent, it says. And this one has 51 engagements. It had initially 3 for 9 cents, and now it has 51 at 1 cent. So it takes Facebook to get these going a little bit. So what I just set up the category targeting to see which one worked the best. Now it says I'm getting 1 cent CPC there, and that's good. I've got 51 clicks out of this. And I just sit back and then wait and see which actually works the best. So this is how you proceed with this strategy, and I will go in and show how to optimize this. But what I need are a good couple days of data. I need to see exactly now on these two what kind of data I'm going to get out of this. And ultimately, in my Udemy courses, I want to go into those coupon codes and see, all right, if I've spent $10, $20, how many students have I got enrolled? because I can get thousands of students free with Facebook marketing, then I certainly don't want to pay 5-10 cents a student for Facebook ads. But what I would like to have, if I could set up a system to get students for 1 cent each, as my courses continue to grow, then I could afford to pay to get students. I could, at $10 a day, if I could get students for 1 cent each, I could get 1,000 new students in my courses every day, and that would very quickly push me to the largest instructor on Udemy. So that's why I'm setting these Facebook ads up, not as much for the short-term immediate benefit, but for the potential long-term opportunities. If I can set something up that works exceptionally well for $10 a day, then that's exactly what I want to do. Now you'll notice here, on some of these, the actual ads came in paused. So all I have to do to fix that, I go in here and turn those on. And that's why it's helpful to keep an eye on your Facebook ads right after you create them, to make sure you're there to handle any small things like that don't go right. So I'm happy to see all of these are coming in active so far. On one of the lectures I created on this course, the ads didn't get approved, which was funny. But then there's a lecture at the end showing you where then I messaged support and then the ad did get approved. And that was the actual ad I showed you already from a previous campaign. So I'm grateful you spent the whole time with me watching this. I'm trying to show you what I'm actually doing for myself hands-on so that you can see how this is in the real world, instead of having to do everything yourself or look at it from a theoretical point of view. So I will follow up with you on analyzing these campaigns, because this is just the beginning. Once you go through and make campaigns like this, the analysis is where all the big breakthroughs come through. And so far, you might look at it and say, oh, 4 cents each, that looks yucky. But at first, you just have to wait a day or two to analyze this. So that's what I'm going to do. So thank you for watching this, and I hope it's been helpful. Now I'm creating a post for a paid offer that has another shotgun approach to it, and I'm showing you how I do that from first creating the post all the way through to making all of the different ads for it, optimizing the ads, and then tracking how many actual sales I make out of it. So this is an ad primarily for my Udemy courses, but it also sends people to my website. The idea is I'm trying to really throw the kitchen sink in on this ad and yet keep it short and sweet, so that someone who's never heard of me before or maybe saw something once from me can really dive in deep and get to know my free offers and my paid offers. So this is intended especially for countries where sales are possible, like the US, Canada, UK, Australia, New Zealand, etc. So what I've got is I start the post off with "You will not believe how helpful Jerry Banfield's website and then Udemy courses are." Because I've seen on one of my other client campaigns, starting the post off with "You will not believe" tends to be a really good way to get people to notice the sponsored post, because very few sponsored posts sound more like something you might hear that was cool or you might hear that was incredible. And it gets people to at least take notice of the next few words in the post. So then I'm trying that. I don't know if it'll work again for me, but I know I've seen it work really good on another set of ads. So I do "You will not believe how helpful Jerry Banfield's website." Then I have a straight link to my website that doesn't have to be shortened and fits fully in the URL bar. What I'm going for here are people inputting my website in, or searching for it, or searching for my name. Because Facebook ads are so expensive on a CPM basis, I want to make every single impression in the newsfeed count. So I've got my name so people can just search for my name. They can also search straight from my website, and they can search straight for Jerry Banfield Udemy courses, all without actually clicking on the post. So that's a very good thing. And then the rest of the post is made for the power clickers, the people who are likely to go through and click everything, or at least click 1 or 2 links. So then it lists every Udemy course in detail in the absolute shortest wording possible. So it starts with social media marketing, my main course, which this lecture is a part of. and it has a bit.ly shortened URL right here that I can test out very quickly in a incognito window to make sure that it loads properly. So I test that out, and that's where it goes. And then this has a promo code on it. So it has a coupon for $19 on it. And while Udemy's running their $10 sales, that you can get it even cheaper. So that's got a promo code. So then all of my courses are set up like that with the bare minimum wording. So social media marketing, entrepreneurship online to another link, SEO to this link, Twitter to that link, etc. So I've got short links that are tracked on bit.ly.com. I've got all of them right here. I can see exactly how many clicks I get on these paid offers. Then on Udemy, I can go in and track my actual sales from these direct links and coupon codes. And I finally give people who want to click read more the option to go straight to Udemy and then use promo codes. That way they don't have to use any short URLs if they don't want to. So that's the text in there. And now on this, I've put a nice little quote in here again. If people don't notice the text, they might see this. Jerry Banfield, you are the best thing that ever happened to me since I started internet marketing. So that's another good quote, and then an explanation of this quote. Find why Daniel shared this feedback with me when you visit my website and enroll in my Udemy courses. A clear call to action for what you're supposed to do. Finally, I've got this summed up, and I'll zoom out so the actual size is here. I've got an exact size newsfeed image in here that are all gratuitously pictures of me and my wife and my dog. So what's really sweet about it is this is a very personal approach. I've got 2 pictures of me looking straight in. I've got a picture of my wife and I in the middle, and then I have a baby picture of me in here. I've never seen anything this quite over the top in a newsfeed ad before. So that's the idea, is just to put it in there as if it's like my family photo album or something. I want to inspire trust. Now look how easy it was for me to make this. I went into canva.com here. So I put the exact dimensions I wanted. I hit use custom dimensions, and I know the exact size that fits perfectly in the newsfeed for a link is 470 by 246. And I hopefully will remember to put that in the description. So one more time, 470 by 246 pixels. That fits perfectly into a link post, as you can see on the actual post itself. It fits perfectly in here. There's no cropping, and it will look good in all image sizes. So I hit design, and then I went over here, and I just real quickly put my new baby pictures in that I got from my mom over the holidays, and then I throw in a couple of existing pictures I have of myself that I know have been successful. My profile people like the black and white touch, and then I know people like the picture of my dog too. So the idea is I'm trying to inspire trust and show that I'm a regular person. I'm not some up in the sky marketing guy. I'm not some crazy, online presence or whatever. I'm just me. I'm a guy that has a wife and a dog and who was a baby and a little kid before that. So I'm trying to just put it up as if it was something your friend might post. So that's the approach I've taken. And now, just in case there's any issues with this, I go copy this over into my little notepad file that I've been using to make all of these. And that helps in case I need to copy or do something again. And then I go hit post to make sure this actually comes out how I think it's going to come out. And the beauty of that is you can see this post in the default here has 4 links in it, but when I actually go to do an ad, Facebook will let me have the kitchen sink in the ad right here. So that's a pretty sweet little layout. So then what I do is take the next step and go create ads off this. So in the next lecture, I will show how I go down and do the boosted post for these ads and then continue on from there. I appreciate you watching this, and I hope this lecture has been helpful for you in how to create a successful boosted post format to use with ads. The same as with the free post, the first step in order to get this up as an ad is to do boost post. And I'm going through this with you live on January 5th, 2015. So in order for me to get all of the following lectures up, it will take time and data analysis to continue to do this. So what I'm doing now is starting off with just a quick boosted post to make sure this actually gets approved as an ad. I want to do the least amount of work in case there are any problems with it, and then continually do more as I see it works. So I go here to mobile newsfeed to make sure it looks all right, and it doesn't look as good in the mobile newsfeed. It looks really good in the desktop newsfeed with all the full text, but I want to be able to give Facebook the option to put this in both. So I'm going to just do targeting, and for this, I often advocate doing ads for just post engagement to get social proof on an ad. But for this one, I'm not going to do that because this is a strictly paid offer, and I want to focus all of my energy on this ad, on seeing if it actually gets sales. So I want to spend all of my money seeing if this ad gets sales. So I'm willing to start it out without a whole lot of social proof. Because if this ad ultimately does not drive sales, then it doesn't matter if it has social proof or not. And I know I can get some sales even without it having much social proof. So I'm going to go straight for sales on this in the countries I know are best for sales. And you can use these countries in this setup for a free offer just the same. But I'm doing it just for a paid offer because if I have free offers, I want to get the clicks as cheap as possible. But I can actually convert as much as $100+ in this in immediate sales. So that's what I'm going for. So I'm doing US, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, New Zealand. And those are the 5 I'm going to start with because I know those are the 5 for getting sales the best. And so I also want to do this for a higher age group. I'm not as likely to get anyone my age who's going to want to pay for anything. People my age are generally pretty committed to getting everything for free. So I'm going at least 31, which is a year older than me. And then I'm going to go up to 54. And actually, I can go down to 25 if I want to. But I'm going to stick to at least 29 on this. And we'll go to 54. And maybe even a little bit up to like 56. Because this seems to be about the sweet spot for sales. And often 45 to 54 is really good. But 29 will at least drop me down to the bottom of the category. Since Facebook does not strictly stick to the age groups, I'm giving Facebook a pretty good estimate of where to go though. So they will realistically drop it down to 25. So then what I need to do on this is put a conversion tracking pixel on here, but you have to actually tab down here. So then I can do that with the conversion tracking pixel on here. And once I've got that done, then I can go set my budget here. I just want a small little budget because this is just a test campaign. All I'm trying to do is make sure this thing actually works, because then I'm going to make a lot more of these. So what I'm going to do first is just start this out on Udemy and start it out on social media marketing and leave it on there to begin. And I'll even hit digital marketing, because what I'm doing then is I just want to test to make sure this ad gets approved. And there's a cool estimated people reach here, so I can actually take these off and see how that impacts it. So what I'm actually going to do is just leave it on Udemy, because Udemy says I'm going to get the best number of impressions that way. So why would I want to dirty my targeting up? So now I hit boost post, and there's not very many options on the actual boost post option itself. But what I need to do is establish it's going to get approved first. I showed you that when I did this post on the free offer. So now I'm doing the same thing on the paid offer. So all I need to do is wait. It usually takes less than 15 minutes. I need to make sure the post gets through Facebook's automated filters. And once I make sure it gets through there, then I will create more ads just like in this campaign. And you can see this campaign is coming out pretty good already. I'll zoom in a little bit more than that. So these are all going off at 1 cent, with here's the boosted post is actually going off for less than 1 cent. And this one, the Udemy mobile only, is less also. So what I want to do is let this run longer. This has only been going a few minutes now. Let it run longer and see what kind of results I get out of it. But it's nice to see. This is what I made. I took the initial boosted post right here and I turned it into 9 more ad sets with more specific targeting. So the idea is I just wait for this to get approved, which will happen soon. And then as soon as it's approved, I go in there and start making more ads on it. So I will make the next lecture in this series as soon as my ad is approved. So the cool part about that is that's right now. It just got approved, so we can keep going. And I always do this now because even if I've already got an ad approved, sometimes putting it in a different format will get it not approved. And do you want to know how many times I've went through and made like 10, 15, 20, 30 ad sets or ad campaigns and then had them get all not approved? It hurts. So what I do, I click create similar ad. And now I try and have a little more fun with the targeting. I let it load, and what I do for all of these then is change ad set. So I go into change ad set, and I'll put English in this, not that it probably matters in these countries. So if I take it off, I lose no one, so I'll just leave it off in the Udemy at least. And only people connected to Bandwork. That way I won't be barraging myself with this ad either, which is nice. And ultimately, if someone's connected to my page, I'd rather let them see it through an organic post than try and barrage them with it on an ad. So now I've got $5 a day in expected what I can reach, and now what I want to do is go optimize for clicks. Because I don't really care if they actually engage with the post. All I want them to do is click on something. So Facebook, if they're optimizing for engagement, will intentionally try and show the post to people who will engage with it. Well, I don't care if they engage with it. I just want them to click on something. And so Facebook's definition of engagement sometimes does not match well with optimizing for clicks. So I choose clicks instead of engagement because Facebook will find people who like the post. I don't care about people liking the post. I want people clicking to my website. So now I put Udemy, and I'm going to do this one with desktop only. And I need to go again, put my conversion tracking pixel on manually. So then I can go analyze how many people actually loaded my home page from seeing this post also. So for this one, I'm going to do Udemy desktop only. And that'll help me see, because I want to really hit the Udemy audience hard. So I really want to see where I'm getting the best deal on just desktop only. So first I hit place order and create similar ad, and then I go through and do the opposite. I click change ad set, I create new ad set, I scroll down to the bottom and I hit Udemy mobile only. I go remove desktop and add mobile. So it actually makes me add something, and then I can remove desktop. So now I have mobile only, and I can compare this mobile only with the desktop only and see which one actually works better. And so then I go place order in this one. Now I can create similar ad again. So now I change ad set, save. And now what I want to do is find some of the settings that worked the best before. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to back out and take a look at my other conversion campaign. Meanwhile, I wait for these two to be reviewed. So this was my last conversion campaign, and I've got a nice set of conversion ads running at 30-some cents each to my website. But I've paused that for now while I make these new ads, and then I can always compare how the ads run to decide which to do next. You can see the Udemy ads tended to work the best, but I've got other ads here that are worth considering. And most all of the Udemy ones work the best, but the consultant worked decently on here. And what else got low-cost conversions? I just scroll. All right, the coupons, that might be good too. So then I search for results. All right, so Udemy, consultant, coupons, gratitude. So all of these might be worth trying too. So I can try coupons. And for this, I'm going to go put it on both desktop and mobile because I can always just analyze the data and see what really worked the best. So I've got desktop and mobile on. And so now I go coupons. And I've got coupons on here. So then I make sure the rest of the ad's good. Then I scroll down to create ad, place order, create similar ad. Change ad set, make another new one. And then I keep in mind what I've had here, and I'll open the campaigns again to keep an eye on my existing campaigns. I try and meticulously watch for ads getting not approved, because as soon as an ad gets not approved, I need to stop and contact Facebook support and then wait. Don't do anything until I've contacted Facebook support. I have a lecture on exactly how I contacted Facebook support at the end of the course and then got it approved. So I tried that, and now I want to try gratitude because that worked good before. So I go to gratitude, change the name on this to gratitude, and I keep everything else the same. I scroll down to the bottom of the page and hit place order. Now that I've hit place order, I do it again, create similar ad. And the last ad set I created got approved here. So I just refresh it, and that second one, desktop only, went through. So more than likely they're all going to go through. However, you never want to assume too much with Facebook ads. So next, I take gratitude out, and I saw the global consultant one worked. So I'll try consultant in here and give that a shot too. So I scroll down, and I know some of you don't like the scrolling. I try and do my best to not scroll unnecessarily. To do this course good with you in the screencast, though, I've got to scroll on it. So I hope you can forgive that. So I then create another new ad set, and I'm just going through. I'm assuming many of these won't work, but I'm going to find the one that does work the best. Freelancer. And I just keep making ad sets with these. And I tested the Udemy desktop versus mobile because the Udemy audience has proven to be the best. But I'm just testing these other ones to let Facebook show me which actually works the best. So again, this is just brute force targeting here. I go through, nothing real smooth or perfect about it. I just go through and try to do as many categories as possible and let the data show me what actually works. You might think Udemy would definitely work the best again, but that's not necessarily the case. I will go through and show you exactly how these ads actually work too. The idea is I want to find out which ones do work the best and not which ones I think work the best. So I've done entrepreneurship, freelancer, consultant, and now I just want to try a marketing general one, because the data people give Facebook is not always that accurate. So people might like marketing, and they might do digital marketing, but they might not like a page that Facebook considers digital marketing. So you can't completely trust the data Facebook has. You can only trust the data Facebook gives you. If Facebook's telling you what you're doing is working, then it definitely is working. So I just give Facebook the opportunity to tell me what's working. So I want search engine optimization. I'm trying to target things that I've got exactly in the actual post here. So you can see I've got SEO in here, so I'm trying to target those exact categories to see if the post sticks out to them. So I'm continuing to do that. And I will try Twitter. I mean, at this point, there's so many different things to try. I just want to see what actually works the best. And the beauty of this is what I'm showing you will work no matter what you're doing. If you go about it like this, you will find something that works, assuming you've got a product worth sharing. So if someone doesn't think my website and my Udemy courses are worth sharing, it's not going to work. So in other words, it doesn't matter how good I do on the ad if what I'm advertising is not worth anything. But if what I'm advertising is something people enjoy, then all the opportunities I have are related to making a great ad. And the only way you can be sure to make a great ad is just to try at it a lot. So that's what I'm doing. And I didn't do a business one yet. So I try broad categories and I try more specific categories because, hey, I'll find out what works the best. And I'm willing to waste a little bit of money finding out what actually works the best. So I'm going through and just doing these as fast as possible. And there's just a couple more I'd like to include. So web design. I want to make sure I've got a couple of the niche audiences. So I'll try blog. And I need to always rename the ad set. And I name the ad sets by targeting, because that's the easiest way for me to split it then. And then let's refresh this. They're all getting approved, which is exciting. And then just to make sure I haven't missed anything. So again, I'm not willing to shell out $70 a day for very long on this, but I'm willing to take the risk that I will find something that works very good, and then I'll just pause the rest of them. So as you can see in this conversion one, most of the conversions in this campaign were crap. But 3, even 4 of these ad sets did conversions under 40 cents each at scale. And then 3 of them did over 200 at around 35 cents each. Whereas most of these just were crap. Now it happens these turned out in the Udemy category, but I don't know based on this new post that it will work that way again. So the last one I'm going to do is digital marketing. I don't know if I've done that yet. I don't think I did. So I do digital marketing. And this is the last one I'm going to try. That's $75 a day, plus the other ones you can see I'm shelling out a lot at this rate on Facebook ads per day. But what I want ultimately are a few good campaigns, and I'm willing to risk the bad campaigns in order to find the good ones. So here's what I've set up now. 15 ad sets, all with the same post, all targeted for sales. So when you go into this one, for example, it's then all set up like this in the desktop, and it doesn't come out that way in the mobile. So you can click Add Preview. This is how it comes out in the desktop. It's a real beauty in the desktop. And it's loaded with links, which makes it stand out. You don't usually see anyone kitchen sink the links like that. So this ad looks a lot different than most ads you see, which is good. Most ads tend to all look the same, which makes them easy to ignore. This one's like, whoa, what is all this? And it starts off, the first line is very communicative of what I'm trying to do. The mobile news feed also encourages people to just search or at least click on a couple of things. So that's what the ad looks like. Then it's targeted to countries I know can make good sales. For $5 a day, it's looking to only reach 500 to 1,400 people in this category. But that's okay because I've got so many different categories targeted that I can afford for some of them to be wrong. So I hope creating this has been useful for you. I've done this whole ad creation process all at once. And then the final thing I'm going to do is create some of these for website clicks in the Power Editor. So thank you for watching this, and I hope it's been helpful. In previous lectures, I showed you creating a free offer for my Udemy courses, and then a free offer for clicks to the website for people in countries like India and Indonesia and Pakistan that are not likely to want to pay for my course. And then the next step, I showed you creating a paid offer to people in the US, Canada, UK, in New Zealand, and Australia who are likely to at least have the ability and more desire to actually pay for the course. So I've created that post, and just like with the last 2 campaigns, I'm creating another campaign in the Power Editor for clicks to website. So here's why I'm doing this. Let's take a look. These ads have just been running a few hours now, so there's not a lot of data, but it clearly communicates the point we're trying to achieve here by making this Power Editor campaign instead of just doing a boosted post. So here's the boosted post campaign for the free offer. 226 clicks for only 81 cents, 200 post engagements, less than 1 cent per post engagement, like 0.03 or something. But here's how the actual clicks are coming out. 194 post likes and only 4 website clicks. So that's effectively 20 cents for each website click. So the post has got great engagement, but it's hardly getting any website clicks. At the same time, here's that next campaign for Udemy Course Coupons clicks to website. Now, there's only 26 clicks so far on it at 3 cents a click, but on the 44 cents spent here, 16 of those clicks have went to a website and 5 have been to the conversion tracking pixels actually loaded on my website. So this campaign's doing great for post engagement, but likely all of the ads for it will be turned off fairly soon as the post continues to get a lot more social proof on it and reaches more people. These, on the other hand, are more than likely where the real value's at because I'm getting clicks straight to website, and that's ultimately what I want. I don't really care that much if people are engaging with the post. Once it's got several thousand likes on it, then that's fine. But if they're not clicking to the website very often, then it's not accomplishing the goal. But there's no good way to know that up front. So I start by creating the post engagement ads because it helps to get the post engaged with. It helps to gauge a general interest in the post, and it helps to get some data on how the audience responds. So I can see, based on this ad set, I can see if I go out in this campaign, which audiences are really active by category. So this social media marketing targeting worked really good on this category. The desktop only, though, worked terrible. At the same time, on these clicks to website, I'm getting a bit different in terms of the results. So the Udemy is working better on clicks to website and entrepreneurship's working better. So it's interesting to see how the audiences come out. So all of that is leading to setting up an ad in the Power Editor. And I can't make one of these ads in the Ads Manager. I have to go out and use the Power Editor to make the ads. So what I do is I right click and then new tab the Power Editor, and at the same time I go over here to my post so I can reference my targeting categories for this. Now, even though I used the Power Editor earlier, I'm going to reset the Power Editor to make sure there's nothing in there that garbages it up from the last time. I then download my account. I go to past week for a quick download. Now that I've downloaded my campaigns, now I go into my active campaigns and I take a look at the existing ones I have, and then I create a new campaign. And what I want are clicks to website. So what I do is go back and see what I named this. So I just want to name this Udemy Post Website Conversions and actually clicks. So Udemy Website Post Clicks. Create that campaign. Now I go select that campaign from not uploaded, and then I go into ad sets. I click create an ad set, use the same campaign, and now I make my first ad set. I can go over here to reference what I did before, and more than likely I'm going to want to split the Udemy desktop again, so I'm just going to call this Udemy desktop, create. Now I go in here, edit the budget, $5 a day, and it's especially important on this one to get all of the targeting settings right because this is the one I'm going to copy off of. Now you can always mass edit later, but it's a lot easier to do it right the first time. So I'm going to go in here, 29 to 54, and I'll just leave connection targeting all on for this one. And so now I go in here to Udemy. I put that in on my targeting. And then I hit save after I add the rest of the countries. So those are my 5 that I usually use for just focus sales, and sometimes I'll branch out if I have proven results in these. Now I want to turn off desktop right-hand column and partner mobile apps because I know it won't look good there. And then I hit get the most website clicks at the best price. I don't set a click because I want Facebook to just auto bid and get the price down as low as possible. If I put a bid in, I risk my post not getting shown at all. That's really annoying. So really annoying is worth a lot of money to me. In other words, I'll pay to not be really annoyed. So here's the first ad set I've set up. So now I go into actual ad. I have to make the actual ad. I don't know if it was necessary to make an ad that long, but who cares? So now I go back up here. I put my page to start, clicks to website, objective. And then I go down and I want to use existing post. I always use existing post unless I'm trying to test something totally new. So if you're just starting some kind of new offer or new product, you can create a new post, but I like to use an existing post because it's already on the page then. So all the existing engagement I've got on the page then is connected with it, and that's nice. So now I hit Jerry Banfield homepage on the conversion tracking pixel, and now I've got the ad set up. The ad's now ready to go. I can see I've got the targeting in how I want, so all I have to do now, upload. Upload complete. Now I go back to all campaigns, refresh, and make sure my new campaign's up. So now my new campaign's in review. So now after all those last ones got approved, I'm willing to try a couple of more on Faith. I'm willing to do a couple more on Faith because I'm thinking it's probably not getting rejected after just doing those post ads. However, that's no guarantee. So I do the ad set slowly. I'm not going to make a whole bunch before I upload them. So what I do now is copy this one, and I will switch this to Udemy Mobile. And actually I have to go back and fix the other one because I left mobile in on this one. So I go down here and I take mobile off. I go down here and take desktop off, and that actually worked out pretty well. So now I just upload both of those like that. You can see I edited one and then fixed it. And every time you edit something, then it has to go back into approval. So especially when you're getting started, you want to avoid editing anything because you don't want to put it back into approval. Before you start anything, you want validated ads. So you can see I just edited that, and now it sets me back a few seconds to a few minutes on the approval process. So now I have to slow it down even more. So what I do is then I copy this and make another ad set. And then I just want to try other targeting groups. So if I look on back here, see if these are approved yet. Nope. Now I don't have the data up for these yet, and that might be easier, but it's easy again to just try these out and see what actually works. So I'm going to target the coupons again, but I want to also target some new things on this. So I will be doing that. That way I can kind of split test audiences between the ad sets as well as within them. And now I want to turn desktop newsfeed back on. So now I've got the coupons. I'll copy that over. I've got the coupons copied. I scroll down and I try some new targeting. Let's check back here to see what I did before. So I don't want to overlap too much if I can help it. So I want to try some new things like online advertising. And then I can just copy this so I don't have to type it again. Check back here to see if these have been approved yet. Nope, still in review. Again, don't want to do too much work before I validate that doing that work's a good idea. So I'll copy a few more ad sets. I'll do marketing with this one. Technology with this one. And now on this one, I'm going to try a behavior. So I'm going to take that one off and try a behavior. So I'm going to do Facebook page admins on this one, and I'll just copy it straight off here. And now I'll upload these and check on my existing ad sets over here. All right, that one got approved. Excellent. So now I have to go back and turn the ads on for it. So that one's active. So now I have a lot more leeway to figure I can keep doing these. So that's what I'm going to keep doing. Copy and paste a couple more of these. Hit Control C and Control V to do it a couple times. Scroll down. And on this one, I'm going to do a custom audience. So I have Jerry Banfield website visitor. That's not very big. But I can still put that on and just see if anything actually happens. And then I can try another custom audience on this one. I can do a file of people who look like my email subscribers. And then try some more options I haven't tested yet. So proxies for people that might be trying to do internet marketing online. There's not hardly anyone on the Warrior forum, but here's one that might be interested to just try Bitcoin. And now to try another behavior. There, try training and publications. The audience 104,000. There, so business training purchases. Often this data is not very good, but there's no harm in trying it. So I copy and paste a few more of those, and I'll try a couple of more interests, and then I will submit these because I can always make new ones later. But it's easiest to just try and make all of these up front at once, instead of trying to go back and make them later. So now I can try the online spenders category. And now I can try the online spenders category active also. So I hit online spenders active, much smaller category. Now I upload all these and see how many I've got. And I check on the ones I just uploaded to make sure that those are still coming in good. And that's the category before. Okay, so these are all getting approved. That's excellent news. I have 13 more ad sets on right here. Again, this is a lot of money to spend per day if I were to actually spend it that way. But what I do is scale backwards. I start with a giant budget, and then I go backwards into focusing on what works the best. So I won't be running these ad sets I've all created for very long, and I will show you how I follow up and decide which ones to actually run. These will all be getting paused very soon if they're not proving to work well. And so that's the beauty of this strategy. I'm actually scaling backwards. So I made enough ad sets today because that's going to be spending several hundred today. And that's enough to get started because ultimately if this post wasn't very good, it wouldn't be a good idea to make hundreds of dollars on a post that wasn't good. But based on what I've done before, I have good faith that this post is pretty good based on all the ads I've ran before. On 287 in my ad account here. Campaigns, and there's a lot more ad sets then. So I can go back and look here and see where I'm getting the best clicks from, at least overseas. The entrepreneurship's working good, the technology's working good, but I don't have enough data yet to see what works the best. But what I do know, I'm getting lots of activity on this post, especially engagements, and this campaign is helpful for determining how good my post actually is. So if this campaign comes out poorly, I probably don't want to do a whole bunch more on website clicks. Well, I can see before I even created this other post that at least in countries where it's cheap to run ads, I can see this post is already doing good. There's a couple here, like this one's got 799 engagements for $3.91. That's pretty sweet. So more than likely the post is pretty good. But what's not clear about it is whether it'll work in which category. And I can already see one garbage category I can turn off right now. 6 cents a click on the social media marketing desktop only? No, that's terrible. So I've turned that off, and then what I'll do is follow up with you and show you exactly how I handle managing and analyzing these ad campaigns going forward. So in the last couple of sections, you've seen me set up 4 separate campaigns, 2 campaigns for free offers with one for post engagement, one for website clicks in countries where the ad costs are low, and then 2 sets of ad campaigns for paid offers and free stuff on my website where the ad costs are much higher, but where I can also make some direct sales. So I hope showing you all of this has been very helpful for what you're doing on Facebook ads. I appreciate all the time you've spent with me, and I value your feedback about what I'm creating for you. Thank you for spending this time with me, and you can always get much more on my website at jerrybanfield.com. Thank you for learning more about my Facebook ads and marketing course. This course is a juggernaut that's loaded with awesome information for you that's up to date and that gives you the absolute best opportunity you have anywhere online to learn Facebook ads. This course takes the pain, suffering, and punishment out of Facebook ads, gives you the important things to know, walks you through my campaigns live as I make them and analyze them, and gives you the most critical details I've learned after managing hundreds of thousands of dollars and billions of impressions on Facebook in the last 2 years. So if you haven't done it already, go ahead and click Take This Course. And this is filmed at the time of a New Year promotion, so if this price is not on there, then I bet if you take a look at my instructor bio here and visit my links, you can also find very good opportunities to get the course for you at a great price. Now, once you've clicked on Take This Course, then you've joined us in the course in the student view right here. And if you're not sold already as to why you should take this course immediately, I'm grateful this course is in the best sellers in social media marketing. And what's cool is it just broke in there. It's been rapidly smashing into the best sellers as more than 12,000 students have enrolled in it, with over 8,000 in the last few months. Even if you don't need any of the information, there are over 60 discussions posted in here, with most discussions recent where other students are sharing their feedback. But the most crucial thing to share with you in the very first lecture is my gratefulness that you are here with me in this course, sharing your time and energy with me. And to show you my gratitude, I want to explain exactly what this course has in it that's useful. I know I often listen to courses at the gym, on the elliptical, on the road while I'm traveling, and I want you to know exactly where you can look in this course to find the information so that you don't have to spend any time doing things you don't want to, and you can just get the best information right away. So this is the very first section. It's a welcome section along with the final exam and a couple of the best tricks I've found to make money on Facebook for free using Facebook marketing. Over half of my company revenue has come from sending messages to Facebook page admins and building relationships with them. I have 2 out of 3 of my longest clients from that exact method, and that's how I launched my business. So you can see in this course, I don't waste any time in getting straight to some of the most valuable information. Now, this course is mainly about Facebook ads, but I have Facebook marketing fundamentals in here because these are important to know before you go forward and try and even do ads. So I've got things in here like Facebook groups, one of the single most successful things I've done to get conversions at a low cost. And then basic things like starting your Facebook page, knowing the interface, making a squeeze page, creating posts, understanding the whole user experience on Facebook, and a new lecture about shortening your URL with Bitly like I do. These Facebook marketing fundamentals are especially what you need to know to make money on Facebook and what you need to know before you get started with ads. So in this next lecture section, then it's all about creating great Facebook ad campaigns with the Ads Manager. Most of these are evergreen. In other words, the principles shown in these don't change too much based on the interface. So I don't put any of the dates on these. Things like getting to know the ad manager, conversion tracking, basic ad functions, supplying images for your ads, headlines, interest targeting, countries for likes, countries for AdSense, countries for sales, squeeze page integration, the trick for making campaigns fast, daily budget discussion, and a couple of more ad details. So those tend to be evergreen and valuable for you no matter when the interface was updated. I'm huge in this course about telling you exactly when everything's been updated, because there's nothing more annoying for me personally than when I try and learn something and the interface is out of date, and it makes it really frustrating. So that's the huge value with this course. I consistently keep it updated. This is January 5th, 2015 when I'm making this new intro lecture, and you'll see there's lots of new material from January 5th, 2015. When you go down in here to building your Facebook page, huge and popular in section 4, same thing. These are mostly evergreen lectures with principles you can use no matter what the interface looks like, along with some lectures from October showing you how to make ads with split targeting quickly and how to get free Facebook likes using co-promote. Now, this is where you get the newest interface with some of the most incredible learning you're going to find anywhere on the internet when it comes to Facebook ads. Today you can see I've added these 2 new sections to focus on, to work along with me, fresh campaigns I'm creating for free offers and for paid offers in my own ad account in the brand new interface you get in January 2015. There are 6 lectures here with over an hour of brand new content showing exactly what I'm doing to create and promote my own Udemy course on Facebook with Facebook ads. These you can use to do any type of free offer or paid offer in the exact same format. And I've covered everything in these 6 lectures, from going for sales, web traffic, direct links to purchase pages, and free offers for maximum engagement, list building, and getting the lowest cost clicks on your post. The core huge value right there in the brand new interface. Then section 7, another brand new section, all from December 2014. I take you through a journey in the Power Editors. I make low-cost click conversions to my website and optimize them straight through in my own account. You can see all of the detailed analysis in these sections, exactly where I created the ads, then went back in a week later, analyzed them, showed you what I did, created new ad sets based on the data from the previous ad sets. I've never seen anything else like this in such detail online when it comes to Facebook ads, and absolutely nothing this up to date in the interface. These are consistently updated, and both of these sections are going to be about as deep as this section when I analyze and follow up on the results of what I'm doing in those campaigns. Then section 8, getting traffic and conversions to your websites, a section people have consistently loved, with some simple wrap-up principles based on what I know works, and giving you the ability to look at doing this in some different situations. Finally, the course wraps up with a course summary and a review of what you should do with your final exam, and a reminder on effort versus results. Because if you'll notice in my ad campaigns, I tend to put a lot of effort in getting started and launching the campaigns, and not a lot of effort into trying to really dig deep into them. Because with Facebook ads, usually getting that initial effort off the ground and getting into a good ad set is where you get your biggest return on investment time-wise. So wrap up the course on a note of going forward successfully. Then in section 10, I'm consistently adding questions and bonus materials answered based on discussions people put in the course and based on issues I come across doing my own ads. In creating the Power Editor lectures from December 2014, I had a great opportunity as I got my own ad not approved, then went through with support, and then got that ad approved. So a great opportunity to show what happens when you get an ad rejected and how you can get an ad approved again. Same thing looking at Facebook ads accounts disabled, except I'm grateful to not have my own account disabled to show that with, but to go over what has happened to a lot of people creating ads that have got their accounts disabled who have come to me. Finally, the course wraps up with the retired lectures. So doing this course requires me to update lectures a lot of times, and students have asked that I not go through and just delete the lectures, but rather leave the lectures available in case they want to use them. Lots of times there's helpful things in these lectures I don't cover in the new lectures, so if you are just loving my material and you want to get as much as I have out of this course, these retired lectures are often in the old interface, but they're usually loaded with lots more helpful insights and feedback about Facebook ads. I'm grateful you've spent this time with me getting to know my course. You can see there's tons of discussions. There's tens of thousands of students with thousands more pouring in every month. I'm grateful this course is rapidly going up and got itself into the bestsellers. And if you like this course at any time, you think this is an exceptional course that's been really helpful for you, I would be honored if you would share that with other students. If you would let people know, hey, this is something that was really good for me. If you can share the love I'm sharing with you, if you can share that love forward with the future students who might like this course, if you'll give it a 5-star review if that's what you honestly think, and put in exactly what you thought was helpful on this course. The nice thing is, if you want people to notice you as a part of this course, leaving a great review is a good way to get other students to take notice of you and potential students to learn about what you're doing. Now, if you don't think this deserves a 5-star review, there's a really easy way to work with me on that. I want this to be the absolute best course available for Facebook ads. You can see if you look at the reviews, a lot of people have already thought that this is an exceptional course, and I'm grateful for that. It's not perfect though, and when there's something not perfect about it, I want to know. So you can see there's lots of discussions, and I'm grateful to every student who's had an issue with the course that's went through and posted a discussion right here and said, Jerry, can you do this in the course? Or this lecture needs an improvement. One student posted recently, this lecture is out of date now. I hadn't noticed that. I moved it down into the retired lectures section. So anything you think that brings this star down below 5 stars, please post it in the discussion and I will address it as quickly as I can. Usually within a week, I'm able to go through, modify the course, and address exactly what you've made. If you leave a review, often then you aren't going to want to go back and edit your review if you've left a bad one, and edit the review to reflect that I changed what you asked me to in the course. So a discussion's a lot easier way to do that. Some of the best reviews I've got have been when people posted a discussion, said they didn't like something, I fixed it, and then they were really happy and put a review up saying thank you for actually paying attention to me as a student. I'm grateful you're here in this course, and if you haven't done it already, go ahead and join all of us in this course. Take the course right here. If there's not the New Year's promotion on the course, then try looking around on my bio or other places on Udemy and see if you can find a good opportunity to get the course for a similar price as listed at the New Year's promotion. My website is loaded with tons more free educational material, and if you click on my website link right here on my profile, you'll be able to get access to all of the free, hundreds of free blog articles I have on my website. And my YouTube channel is loaded with hundreds more free videos showing all kinds of internet marketing topics you're going to love. I'm honored you're here with me. I appreciate you learning about this course. And now it's time to go into the final exam.